Evolving Skies. We've talked about it a few times already on this channel, and there are a couple other videos on the most expensive cards and best pulls. But expensive doesn't always mean good. So which cards do I think will be the best buys and have the greatest investment potential? And no, it's not Rayquaza VMAX. If you haven't already seen my last video, well, firstly, what are you doing? Go watch it. And secondly, to celebrate hitting 1,000 subs, I'm giving away $1,000. You heard that right. $1,000. Now, there are multiple ways you can enter and they're all free. All you have to do is be subscribed, like this video, and comment Happy 1000 for one entry. I've also joined these new social media things, which all these kids are talking about. I've made an Instagram where I try my best to reply to people, a Twitter where I might tweet something funny or maybe something that's going to get me cancelled in 10 years from now. I've made a Discord where you can come hang out, a Twitch where I might stream one day, and a TikTok where I'm definitely not going to be doing the Renegade. These are all linked in the description below, and for each one of these that you follow, you get an extra entry. So if you only follow one, that's fine, you get one entry, and if you follow all five, you just have an even better chance of winning. But at the very least, even if you're not bothered to go do any of that, hit that like button and press subscribe right now. It takes 1 second and you get a free chance to win $1,000. You'd be crazy not to do it. We're aiming to hit 10,000 subs before New Year's, so let's make that dream happen. Anyway, I'm sorry for the long ad read. I need to make back as much of that $1,000 as I can so I don't become homeless. Alright, top 10 Evolving Skies cards to invest in. Now, just a huge disclaimer, don't even dare buy any of these cards right now. They're completely overpriced because the set hasn't even released yet, so all the cards are going for ridiculous prices. I know it seems like common sense, but someone's buying these cards. I just hope it's not any of you guys because that would make me very sad. So these are more cards that I think have really good collectability and popularity, which means they'll also make great purchases and investments. But for example, something like Rayquaza VMAX isn't even on this list because it's extremely overpriced at the moment and the only way that price is going to head is down for a very long time. Literally until this set goes out of print, which will be years from now, the Rayquaza will continue to steadily drop in value as there's more and more supply and less demand. Whereas there are other cards which I think will be quite underpriced and underrated not long after release and they'll be much better in your collection or investment portfolio. To get an idea of what prices I think they will head to, I'm looking at both current demand for the cards as well as pricing on the Japanese versions since they've been out for quite some time now and we have more data to look at. In number 10 we have Glaceon V. I think this is a really cute artwork of Glaceon, but nothing about it really blows me away. But it's still good enough for the number 10 spot. I think it's a fantastic buy for Glaceon collectors and someone that's completing the eeveelutions set. Number 9 we have Rayquaza V. Personally, I like the artwork of the Rayquaza VMAX more because to me it magnifies the tremendous size of Rayquaza. I mean, he's literally as big as the forest. But this Rayquaza looks really nice as well, and it benefits from having Zinnia as well, which means this card is perfect for Rayquaza fans and Zinnia fans. Win-win. In number 8 we have Umbreon VMAX. This card is so incredibly unique and interesting compared to a lot of the other cards we've gotten recently. The only reason it's a little bit lower on my list is because it's still so insanely expensive. So at that price it makes it difficult to be a good investment or recommendation for your collection. Because when something is already so high in value, the ceiling that it can reach isn't much higher, at least in the short to midterm. 20 years from now, yeah, this card will probably be worth like $5,000 or something. Number 7 we have Sylveon VMAX. Now this one, a lot like the Umbreon VMAX, is a beautiful card. The amount of detail and artistry is just incredible, and if you look closely, there's so many little Easter eggs and nice touches that really make this card special. Also, when you consider that Sylveon is one of the most popular eeveelutions, I mean, this card is just incredible. But once again, extremely overpriced at the moment, so it only gets number 7. Number 6 is Umbreon V. I think this card falls a little bit under the radar because so much focus is on its bigger brother, Umbreon VMAX. But this card is, well, the same popular Pokemon, but for like half the price. It's actually a bit cheaper than I thought it would be, and being such a cool artwork with Umbreon looking over all the other Pokemon, I think it's a really cool card. Number 5 is Gold Cresselia. Now we start getting into the cards that I think are really underrated. The Gold Cresselia looks really nice. The aesthetic of the Pokemon itself works with the gold card, unlike a lot of other artworks where it just looks out of place. I think the gold cards in this set really get overshadowed by the alternate arts, which means they could be a really good investment if you get them at a good price. Number 4 is Dragonite. I think this card is really overlooked because all the hype is on the eeveelutions and Rayquaza, but Dragonite is a fan favorite and this is one of the best Dragonite artworks ever. And to be honest, it already isn't that high in price compared to some of the other alternate arts. I'm not saying buy it now obviously, but I think this definitely will be one of the better buys. Number 3 is leafeon V. Now this is probably my favorite eeveelution artwork out of the ones in Evolving Skies. I mean, just the vibes that I get from this card take me to a happy place. You know, it's spring break, the autumn leaves have fallen everywhere, and then you just have this adorable looking leafeon just chilling. It's a beautiful card, and the fact that it's going for under $100 already tells me that it's going to be one of the more underrated eeveelutions in this set. Number 2 is espeon V. Now there's a few reasons for this being so high. Firstly, a lot of people are forgetting that as of yet, we still don't know if we're getting espeon VMAX in English. I think we might at some point, but until we know for sure, espeon V holds a very high spot on this list. And the reason for that being that this card is the only way for you to get an espeon in this set. All the other eeveelutions have 2 versions, but this espeon only has 1, making it just a bit more special. Before we get to number 1, some honorable mentions are Duraludon V. I think it's a nice card, but no one really cares about Duraludon. The Golden Talion is another decent card, definitely the second best gold card in this set. set, Golek V I think is the most underrated alternate art card in this set. I think it looks really nice and the card is a good purchase if you can get it for cheap. Noivern is another fantastic artwork, but it's not as popular of a Pokemon, and the price isn't low enough to justify it being in this list. And of course, there's Rayquaza VMAX. This card is just so big, I had to mention it. But yes, one day when this absolutely tanks in value, it might be a good investment. But now the number one card to invest in Evolving Skies is Sylveon V. I think this card looks absolutely fantastic. You have a really nice and unique artwork of Sylveon just handing out cupcakes in a bakery. Like, how adorable is that? And on top of that, it's one of the cheapest alternate art evolutions from current prices, which is surprising to me because it's one of the most popular. But that's good for us because I think this will be the best card to invest in. Obviously, the prices on a lot of these cards will be changing every single day. And once again, don't go out and buy them just yet. But when the time comes, I think these will be the best investments. I'll make an updated video once they all release, but what do you guys think of the list? Do you agree or would you change something? Let me know in the comments below and make sure to like and subscribe. We're nearly at 2,000 subs. Let's try and hit it before the end of the month. Thanks for watching.